Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the new council members. Let's see. My name is Aaron Barker. I live at 819 Auman West Drive. I'm an engineer, writer-publisher, and road cycling enthusiast. I'm here to speak about the next steps to be taken concerning the Auman and 126th Street intersection. Stop signs are now gone, as we all knew they would eventually be, but there does not yet appear to be a plan in place to address the safety concerns that we all knew would surface after their removal. During the earlier processes, earlier council meetings, previous years, several people asked and knew begged for alternate signage or a featured crosswalk. It's important this process not stop. I'm sure you're aware that a student was struck as he crossed 126 on his bike. Thankfully, the incident was not nearly as serious as we all know it could have been. This underlines just how important it is that the remaining issues with this intersection not be ignored. Two definitions I want to present, taken from the NDOT design manual regarding the new or reconstructed intersections. One is SSD and the other is DSD. SSD is stopping sight distance, a minimum distance recommended for the sight line to a stop sign or signal. DSD is a decision sight distance, a minimum distance recommended for a sight line to a feature or event that would cause a change in driving speed, direction, or some other action. The stop signs are gone, so the SSD values don't really apply, but just for comparison, I'll mention that for a 30-mile-an-hour car, the SSD is 200 feet. And since speeding has been an expected result of the removal on 126th Street, a 40-mile-an-hour SSD stopping sight distance is 305 feet. And we'll look at the DSD in a moment. Whenever the sight line was raised before, the official values were always quoted at around 340 feet or so. And here's what that looks like placed over the intersection today. As you can see, the sight line is there if you stop at the old mark, which is where this dot is, previous to the landscaping that took place a few years ago. After the landscaping of the trail on the low wall, here is the current sight line. Stopping back at the current stop sign, at the current stop mark on the road, looking out westward. You can see here that it is only 150 feet. The view is behind and obstructed by the wall and the landscaping currently present. And here's a photographic view. I apologize for the poor quality of it, but this was summer or fall of last year. The wall I'm referring to is here, some shrubbery. You can see there's just a bare part of the road visible, and this is taken from my car stopped at the stopping line at the intersection. A car traveling 30 miles an hour is visible for only 2.5 seconds. 1.7 seconds if it's traveling 40 miles an hour. Now let's look at the DSD, the decision stopping distance. A 30-mile-an-hour car is 220 feet. Compared to the current sight line, we're missing that by almost a third. That where this car is in the image. A 40-mile-an-hour DSD is 330 feet, or twice the current sight line. Just ahead of this car here, past this driveway. The inadequacy of the current sight line suggests that advanced signage may need to be placed near the driveway on the south side of the road, this one. Something warning approaching drivers that the intersection is near, or there may be cars turning or pedestrians crossing ahead. And I beg you to revisit this intersection to look at the new values before another accident happens. Now about this intersection specifically, a lighted or otherwise crosswalk is the next logical step. Previous council members have suggested this, as well as the mayor, in both print and in person. This intersection is nearly unique in all of Carmel, being so close to a fast curve and with limited sight lines. It's absolutely imperative that this public safety issue be solved in this way at the same time or even before the simple new sightline study I've suggested is commissioned. Everyone wants the best for Carmel and for it to be a safe and inviting place for citizens to live, both new and current. I think that's unquestioned. This is your chance to take a positive step in that direction now, and I would respectfully ask you to consider this. And then just as a slight addition, I support the keeping the opt-out option in our laws. My wife and I, we've been happy with Ray's, and unless Carmel wants to make garbage collection a municipal function, Carmel-owned and operated trucks, I don't think you want to do that. Then we should still have the freedom of choice to choose whoever wants to come and pick up our garbage. Thank you.